Good afternoon everyone. Sanibonani. Umakeba lo uboyile namhlanje. I hope ni right. I hope kusahamba kahle. Guys, subscribe, like the channel. Thank you so much for the support. The channel is very growing, big, as much as it's growing more way than I expected. So thank you so much for keep supporting the channel. So we're gonna continue, guys, with derivative. We're talking about derivative, but now we're gonna use that derivative to calculate something. Here, just gonna call this function f, and then this y. We're gonna use derivative to calculate a tangent of a line using derivative. How are we going to use the derivative? The derivative can be used to calculate the gradient of a tangent to a graph. Gradient of this line to this graph at this point, at the particular point. That's how we're gonna use derivative. The question is gonna say calculate the equation of a tangent at this graph at the particular point. They're gonna give you the specific point. Now this is gonna be our specific point, this is gonna be our tangent. But in order for you to calculate the equation of a tangent is a straight line. Calculating a straight line, we use this equation. You need this gradient. It's a specific thing, which is a slope of a tangent. So we need gradient. Gradient is very critical. If you don't have gradient, you can't calculate the equation of a straight line. So y is equal to mx plus c, and y is equal to y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. This is one of the two equations that we have to use to calculate in a straight line the equation of the tangent. The equation of a tangent. Just gonna call this point A. It's just gonna be our f of A. What is the gradient? The gradient is f deriving f prime of A is equal to m. You derive this function. Derive it. You put your point A, which is going to be x, but now I'm just use A. Substituting it in your derivative equation. You derive the equation first, then you put your x there, and then you find your gradient. Let's just use an example. F(x) is equal to x cubed minus 2x squared plus 3 at x is equal to 2. They give us this equation. They're saying let's find the equation of a tangent. The equation of a tangent at this graph. Equation of a tangent is idlula kule graph le at this specific point of x. They gave us the specific point of x. So in order for you to calculate the equation of a tangent, something that is very important, the tangent is a straight line, so you need a gradient, you need a slope. How do you calculate it? You derive what your function that they gave you. So it's going to be 3x squared. I hope you know how to derive. I hope you do. This times this is 3 minus 1 is 2. This times this is 4. Negative 4 minus 1 is just 1 there. So this is our derivative. The derivative ilingana nobani at this point, ilingana nani ne gradient. Then substituting our x now, gradient yethu izolingana nobani no 3 into specific point of x into 2, and substitute 3 into 2 squared minus 4 is equal to 4. So this is what? This is our gradient. This is our gradient. But now, in order for you to completely calculate what the equation of a straight line, you need a y coordinate point. So we need to calculate it. How do we calculate it? You take this specific x-intercept that they gave you, or x particular point, you substitute into our original equation. I hope you understand that when you are substituting this x, we are finding, with substituting this x into the original equation, we are finding the y coordinate. But if you are substituting this x into the derived equation, we are calculating a gradient. It's two different things. Now let's find y. Let's find y of our point. Then into 2, x is equal to 2. We need to find y. Minus 2 into 2 squared, then plus 3 is equal to 3. Then our point is 2 maps to 3. Then we do have our whole point. Now let's find our equation. I'm just gonna use this one, x1, then substitute y1 is minus 3, gradient it's 4 into x is minus 2, then y minus 3, this times this, 4x, this times this, minus 8, and then y is equal to 4x negative 8, and then lo ayengale, then it's positive 3, then y is equal to 4x negative 8 plus 3, it's just negative 5. So this is our equation of a tangent. If they say calculate the equation of a tangent at a specific point, this is how you calculate it. Let's get into another example. Okay guys, the example that I'm going to do now is a little bit the opposite of what we did when we were calculating this one. Now the finding the point of contact. Now bazothi find the point of contact. Now to find the point of contact, find the point where the tangent and the function bahlangana khona, they contact each other. Find the point of contact where the tangent and the function, they contact each other. So into zokwenzakala, they're gonna just give you a function of, just making an example of x minus 2x squared, and then they give you the gradient. Now they say the gradient is equal to 9. They give you the function, then they give you the gradient. They are saying find the point of contact. They are not saying find what the equation of a gradient. That can be a follow-up question, but now before finding that equation of a tangent, they're saying find the point of contact. Now this x you are not giving, you need to find it and also find the y. But now we do have a gradient. We do have a gradient. Remember now, when we had x finding the gradient, we use this x to find what's the gradient. Now we're gonna derive, substitute our gradient here, and then calculate our x. I hope you get that one. Now we do have a gradient. We're going to use the same procedure, but now calculate the unknown, which is x. Now it's not the gradient, the unknown, it's x. So let's derive here f prime x. Deriving this, just going to be 1 minus 4x. This times this is 1 minus 1, it's 0. Anything rest by 0, it's 1. This times this, it's just negative 4. 2 minus 1, it's 1. But now the f prime of x is equal to the gradient. And then our gradient, it's 9 into 1 minus 4x. And then calculating the x, take this 1 to the other side. It's just going to be 9 minus 1 into negative 4x. 9 minus 1, it's just 8 into negative 4x, then negative 4, then negative 4x, then x divided by negative 4, just negative 2. So now we find our x at the particular point. Now we need to find y. How do we calculate y? We are using the same thing. When we were looking for y here, we substituted in our equation. Also here, finding our y, we're going to substitute from this equation. So x is negative 2, what is our y? It's negative 2 minus 2 into negative 2 all squared. It's negative 10. So this is our point, the point of contact that they say we must calculate. This is the point of contact. And then the follow-up question from here is just going to say find the equation of a tangent. Finding the equation of a tangent, now we do have a point and we do have a gradient. Just a matter of substituting. But let's use this one for now because we did use this one. Let's choose y is equal to mx plus c and see the difference between the two. Here there was no point where we calculated c, but here we have to calculate c because we're just going to substitute x gradient, substitute y gradient and x, then we don't have this one. It's going to be our unknown. So our y is minus 10, gradient d2 in 9 hours living zayona, our x is negative 2, then plus c, then negative 10, and 9 times negative 2, just going to be negative 18, and then plus c, taking our 18 to the other side, negative 10 plus 18 is equal to c, negative 10 plus 18, it's just 8 is equal to c. So our formula is just 9x and plus 8. This is our point. This is our equation of a tangent. I hope you understand, guys, between the two things. Here we did have this. We find the gradient in order to calculate the point, also in order to calculate the equation of a gradient. Here they give you the gradient, they say find the point first. I hope you see the difference between these two things. Thank you so much, guys. I love you so much. Keep supporting the channel. I hope it's very useful useful channel, and I love you guys. Peace, man. Makebalo.